Chinese food has been around in the U.S. since the mid-1800s, and for decades it was considered exotic and only available if you ventured out to a Chinatown in a major U.S. city. Today, walk down any neighborhood in New York and you're likely to come across not just one, but multiple Chinese restaurants, a sign of its rapid growth and acceptance by mainstream America. But it's not just the Chinese who are bringing the cuisine to the States. Americans, Italians, and French chefs are also part of that growth. Ralph Scamardella is the executive chef at Tao Downtown, a Pan-Asian restaurant in New York's Chelsea neighborhood, offering reinvented Cantonese and Szechuan dishes. Scamardella says he was always intrigued by Chinese food.
I've mastered and learned a lot of the stuff from actually going to China. I've been to Hong Kong, been to Shanghai, I've been to Singapore, big Asian communities, big Asian cooking. I've taken cooking classes and worked in some restaurants in Hong Kong and Shanghai. And also bringing Chinese chefs, authentic Chinese chefs over and bringing them into our kitchens and letting them work and learning from them.
Walk a few blocks and Bobby Wang is the owner of Legend, a Szechuan restaurant that opened 5 years ago. Business for Legend is booming, so much so that Wang and his business partners have opened 5 more restaurants across New York.
We open this kind of food here. That's because of more Chinese people in the city. They demanded this, and more right now it's more American people. They go to China and come back here. They desire this kind of food also.
Estimates show there are over 40,000 Chinese restaurants across the U.S., and that number is expected to grow. As more Chinese immigrate to the U.S. and as more Americans visit China, growth for many Chinese restaurants across New York has been explosive. But these Americans are not just looking to eat egg roll or sesame chicken, they're looking for a more authentic Chinese food experience.
Asian food altogether, but Chinese in particular, has really grown and exploded far from where it used to be, where it was just small dishes, Chinese takeout, chicken chow mein, stuff that people knew and recognized. And as generation after generation became more and more foodie and wanted to know more and explored more, and the explosion of the internet has exposed people to everything.
Wang predicts we'll see more authentic and less Americanized Chinese restaurants going forward.
A few years later, you can see a totally different style of Chinese food. I mean, it's more Chinese.
Today, almost all regions of China are represented in restaurants across the U.S. More indication that Chinese cuisine has earned a permanent place on American palates and plates. Tracy Tandon, CCTV, New York.